Hi everybody, and welcome to Alistair Davies Golf. Today I want to talk to you about the killer moves in the golf swing, and this video is part 2 in a series of 3 that I'm talking about what I see as the most common killer moves people make in the golf swing. Part 1 we talked about the takeaway and then the arms working up in the backswing. Today's video is really all about then probably the next reaction we see from that, which is how the body will react to try and get the golf club back into a reasonable shape in the downswing. So if we imagine we've got the golf club in this kind of upright backswing position like this, what I tend to see from particularly skilled golfers is the next move will be kind of this. The body laterally hanging back, and the head working towards the right foot, and the body early extending. And what happens there is the plane goes from kind of starting down steeply to a shallowing fashion like this. Now, a skilled golfer will still manage to make reasonable contact from there by using their hands excessively. A less skilled golfer will possibly hit the ground way before the ball, possibly even air shot it, or top the ball a lot. And then their friends will say to them, you lifted your head too much, you swung too quick. These two most common things that get said to people on the golf course, which are the worst things we can tell anyone. So the idea would be, the first stage for me would be to try and feel that we make sure our upper body rotates and transports its weight onto the lead foot. In doing this, we're going to try and make sure we have good contact. The negative to this is the plane is likely to still come out in front of us and across the golf ball. So we will hit it to the left-hand side or fade or slice it back. But as the first stage fix, I don't mind that. I'd much rather you hit it solid than poor contact and hit the ball with a fade or a slice than hit it whiffy, if you like, and straighter. For me, the goal would be to create good contact first, then direction second. So once you've got a solid contact that goes the same distance every time, and if it fades or slices, the ball's in play, we know where it is. Then we can work on the direction to make it go closer to our target. That would be the process I would go down personally. So I see far too many golfers that would be in this kind of situation like this, and they'd be hitting the ground kind of back here or topping the golf ball. So, this kind of effect, because they're trying to get their arms down by trying to stay still, and they're doing this all subconsciously. It's not a conscious move, this is a subconscious move. So I'd much rather see us move our weight efficiently and make good contact every time, even if the plane is slightly out and the path is slightly out, and then work towards getting that club face and path in a better shape. So death move number 2 for me would be the hang back or the lack of weight transfer. So what I want the feel we do is, even in small swings, even from a static position here, how do we transfer our weight forward? How do we get our body to extend and rotate and relocate into the finish? So I would possibly get you to do some drills, even at home, swinging back, get forward. Where do we feel we're finishing? Can I lift my rear foot off the ground? Can I feel I'm posting onto this lead side? And then when we're practicing, what I possibly would do is I'd hit some ball forward shots. So the ball's positioned there, set up about 2 club head widths behind the ball. And then from there, I'm going to try and reach the golf ball and transfer my weight onto the ball. And if you find it hard off the ground, tee it up. But the whole point is making contact with the ball forward. You're going to have to move your weight, your low point, nearer to target, which will mean you're going to get through the golf ball far, far better. The other thing to do is make sure whenever we hit a shot, can we pose until the ball lands? Can we pose? Can we let the weight feel on our left side? Yes, we want to be extended, but is the weight near our left side rather than our right side? If we're kind of planted back here, can't lift the right foot off the ground, that's not the look I want to see. I'd much rather see the weight going forward to achieve more power, better contact initially. So let's have a little go at that drill. So if I set up 2 club head widths behind the ball, take my normal stance, okay, like so, get comfortable, I'm going to try and make contact with the ball forward. Okay, and that was absolutely fantastic, hit that great. Maybe I should play like that all the time. But what it made me do, it made me commit to getting through the ball. And I'm not looking at the swing shape or anything like that, I'm just looking at, can I transfer my energy to the ball and transfer my low point into a better spot? So the kind of practice would go something like this. You would hit 10 balls like that drill, then 10 balls normal. And a progression, if you wanted to do, you could put a T-peg just in front of the ball and have the ball in the normal spot. Again, can your club hit the ball and T-peg in one go? That might be the way of feeling it. So this video's been all about how to avoid the killer move hanging back. As I said, body drills at home, little steps and turns, very, very good using the club. Do it on the hips also if we want to. How do I get my hips to finish post up level? All these little things will help us feel we're moving our weight. And I call these kind of kettle drills. So whilst you're boiling the kettle at home, do these little drills. You know, the kettle takes a few minutes to boil. Do these little and often. Start to tell your body what you want it to do and then let it naturally happen. That's the ideal world. Hope you've enjoyed this video on the killer moves. Make sure you check out part 3. And thanks for watching, and make sure you post any comments in the box down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got content coming every single week. Thanks again.